40 slips of paper numbered 1 to 40 are placed in a hat. Alice and Bob each draw one number from the hat without replacement, keeping their numbers hidden from each other. Alice says, "I can't tell who has a larger number." Then Bob says, "I know who has a larger number." Alice says, "You do? Is your number prime?" Bob says, "Yes." Alice says, "In that case, if I multiply your number by 100 and add my number, the result is a perfect square. What is the sum of the two numbers drawn from the hat?" So let's push through this problem together. We first realize Alice says, "I can't tell who has a larger number." Well, the only way for this to happen is for Alice to have any number other than 1. Because if Alice had 1, she would know she is for sure the smallest and that Bob is for sure the largest. Otherwise, she would be confused. So given this information, right, both Alice and Bob know that Alice does not have 1 now. Then Bob says, "I know who has a larger number." The only way Bob can say this is if now he is the smallest number, or he has the smallest number. And the only way for that to happen is if Bob has the number 2. That way he knows that he is the smallest, so Alice is larger than him, so Alice has a larger number. So now that Alice and Bob both know this information that Bob has 2, Alice says, "Is your number prime?" just to confirm. And Bob says yes, so Bob's number is 2. And then Alice says, "In that case, if I multiply your number, which is 2, by 100 and add my number, A, then the result is a perfect square. And that perfect square, let's just let it be k squared." So we are asked what is the sum of the two numbers drawn from the hat, so we are asked for A plus B. We first notice 2 times 100 is 200, plus a number A is equal to k squared. We know that A is going to be between 3 and 40 inclusive. So how do we find a value A? Well, the perfect squares that start with 200 are going to be 225, 256. That's about it, right? Because if we have to think about only adding a number that is less than 40, the only square that actually works is going to be 225. So therefore, A is equal to 25. And so we have our A and our B. So A plus B is going to equal 25 plus 2, which is 27. And that is answer choice A.